it's your boy. Today we're gonna do something a little different. Alright. I forgot what I was doing in the first half. And now for some poetry for no reason, because I'm bored. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many acquainted cures of all unforgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping as of some gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door, only this and nothing more. Ah, distinctly I remember it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember brought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to sorrow. From my books had ceased the sorrow for the lost Renor, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels named Lenore, nameless here forevermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before. So then now to still the beating of my heart I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. Some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door, this it is and nothing more." Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating, then no longer, "Sir," said I, "or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door, darkness there and nothing more. Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortals ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word there was spoken was the whispered word Lenore. This I whispered, and echo murmured back the word Lenore, merely this and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning, soon again I heard a tapping, something louder than before. Surely, said I, surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see them where they're at, and this mystery explored. Let my heart be still a moment, and let this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind and nothing more. Open here I flung the shutter, went in with many a flirt and flutter. In there stepped a stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not the least obeisance made he, not a minute he stopped or stayed he, but with mine of lord a lady perched above my chamber door, perched upon a bust of pious just above my chamber door, perched and sat and nothing more. And then this ebony bird beguiling my sad fancy into smiling by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance it wore. Though thy crest be shorn and shaven, thou, I said, art no craven, ghastly grim and ancient raven, wandered from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the nice Plutonian shore. Quoth the raven, nevermore.
Take that down. You're gonna break it.
Yeah, I know. What?
Fan. You're gonna break the fan.
Yeah, I know.
Do it.
Much I marveled this ungainly fowl to hear discourse so plainly. Those answer little meaning, little relevancy bore. For we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet blessed was seen bird above his chamber door, bird or beast upon the sculpture bust above his chamber door, with such name as nevermore. But the raven sitting lonely on the placid bust spoke only that one word, as if his stolen one word he did outpour. Nothing farther than he uttered, not a feather than he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered, other friends have flown before. On the morrow he will leave as my hopes have flown before. Then said the bird nevermore. Startled at the stillness broken by report so aptly spoken, doubtless said I, what it utters is its only stock in store, caught from some unhappy master with whom unmerciful disaster followed fast and followed faster, till his songs one burden bore, till the dirges of his hope that melancholy burden bore of nevermore. But the raven still beguiling all my sad soul into smilings, straight I wheeled on a cushioned seat in front of bird and busting door. Then upon the velvet sinking, I betook myself to linking fancy unto fancy, thinking what this ominous bird of yore, with this grim ungainly ghastly gone. Holy shit! Well, it ends there.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kinda dumb with her finger and her thumb